So Rogers Orchards is about 275 acres, and we grow 200 acres of apples. We actually started farming in Southington in 1809, so this will be our 207th year of growing apples in Connecticut. Our business is so tied to the weather, and it affects how the apples taste, how big they get, how the trees do, how our retail does and wholesale does through the years. Climate change for us is making it more riskier to grow crops in Connecticut. With Mother Nature, you really never know what to expect.
According to USDA, apple production in New England has decreased the number of harvested apples by 1,000 apples over the past 4 years. Some of those effects are being felt at Rogers Orchards. Production manager Greg Parzik says their apples have gotten smaller.
I mean, you can sell smaller apples, you don't get as much money for them.
Apples are grouped into 40-pound bushels, so at Rogers there are more apples per bushel, but fewer bushels. Regardless of the number or the size, demand for apples is growing. Customers of the farms don't really know what farmers are going through.
I think that the crops tend to arrive sooner than they used to. Not by much, but enough that it's noticeable. And I think the growing season probably actually lengthened a little bit.
We need to support the local farmers. I mean, it's hard enough with, our seasons in Connecticut that they're kind of up against those odds. But additionally, big box supermarkets aren't really supporting them.
I don't think climate change right now may have a direct impact with the access of food. Because I actually grew up in the city and we have something called food deserts. And that had nothing to do with climate change 15, 20 years ago. It just had to deal with access of, grocery stores and local produce.
I saw a report on the TV this morning that I can't remember the name of the farm, but they're opening, this is the earliest opening they've had in their history.
I noticed a difference in the quality when I did switch to buying more farmers market and locally grown products. The taste is the biggest difference I noticed. It really tastes fresher and more real.
People like coming out to a farm, knowing the farmer, knowing the area and the apples that grow in the area. It's a concern for apple growers, it's a concern for any farmer in Connecticut. So we're looking at it in terms of reducing some of the weather risks by taking on the tree spacing from tree to tree is shrinking from 12 or 14 feet down to 2 or 3 feet. Stuff like irrigation and a support system that will keep the trees up in high wind. We're taking steps to sort of help us through those tough periods when we get bad stretches of weather. A lot of farmers have been around for a number of years, so hopefully everyone has the experience and the knowledge to get through it.
Climate change and other factors may have already had an impact on the local movement and can affect local food now and in the future. Can you see or taste the difference?